Hi everyone, I hope everybody's okay. It's been absolutely ages since my last update, so I thought it was about time I did another one. So this will be my September, October and a little bit of November update. I've got quite a mix of things to show you, a lot of things to show you, a lot of purchases. That's just standard now though. I did have two finishes, and the first one, which I'll insert a picture here, this was for the Midwest cross stitchers exchange that took place at the end of September. So my partner was Marlene, Stitching by the Lake, who I just love and was thrilled to receive as my exchange partner, and she actually stitched for me as well, so that was quite nice. I'll show you everything that I got a little bit later. Bustle. And then the other finish is, I'll insert a picture here because I can't actually find it, so it's only tiny but it's a finish nonetheless. So whips that I've worked on this month, well since I've been missing, is Salem Village by the Primitive Needle, and you're not going to see that. This is how much I've done. Literally not very much at all, just done a few of the houses. I'm just trying to, I don't really enjoy stitching on this fabric because it's really see-through and it's 28 count, but I'm going to carry on. And because I am making the colours up as I go along, but trying to copy the ones that are in the picture, it's slow progress for me, but I do keep it in my project bag that I made. It's very wrinkly because I did actually wash it, and it stood up to a washing machine wash, so that's fine. But yeah, I've been making a lot of project bags. Then I worked on Afternoon in New York by Country Cottage Needleworks. This is for my friend. I did actually go wrong on this, so I put it down. I hadn't made the house big enough, so the top window was only 3 stitches. Yeah, 3 stitches instead. There's only 2 stitches instead of 3. So it was annoying me, so I ended up ripping out part of the house, and I've just corrected it, and that's where I am now. This was supposed to be a Christmas present for my friend last year, then for her birthday in March, and maybe I'll try and aim for Christmas this year, but we'll see. This is who I went to New York with on holiday last year in October. I can't believe that's been a year actually. Then I worked a teeny bit on Babushka's Bees by Plum Street Samplers. This is one I am doing with Victorian Motto threads, just my own conversion. I think I've just added, I've added all the flowers in to the greenery up there, and added a few beehives I think, and then I started on the fence, but I hate my stitches for that, so I'm going to rip those out and do it again. It's only like one post. I really enjoy that one. It's one of my favourites. This was going to be the thing I was working on throughout all of September to get completely caught up, and this is my Anniversaries of the Heart, and I'd gone wrong on this one. Yeah, I hadn't done enough stitches down to fit it in, so I put it away, and then I started then this one next to it, so I could just get the right amount, so the height would be right, so I could then go back to fix this one, and that's exactly what I did. But you know, I had 2 weeks off in September and I was going to be all caught up, but no. So this is my amended version of Pink Hill Manor. So, and then I started, so I did actually do, I did this much, and then I then went back to this, and as you can see, it is quite different from this, just to fit it in, but it's fine, it works, and it's, you know, and then the next one is farmhouse. So I started that, but then stopped because something else caught my attention. So I don't think I'll have this done by the end of the year like I wanted to, but you never actually know. I think we do, but you know, fingers crossed. The cat's here. Last month, not last month, why do I keep saying last month like I'm a regular uploader? My last video I worked on, no, I had bought why can't I use my words? Last video I had bought a full heart by Shepherd's Bush. I had gone to the Nimble Thimble with my friend Charlotte, who bought me this as part of my birthday present, and I wasn't going to start it, and then I watched Luda's video, who I was quite surprised actually. She absolutely loved this chart, so after looking at it for a bit longer I decided to start it, and I've got quite far actually. I've only got to fill in the sheep, and then fill in the grass, and then add a few buttons, and there is a few speciality stitches. I can't say that word now without thinking of Carol the Soulbox Stitcher, and because in the US they seem to say specialty, but here I was saying speciality, and then I was then thinking, well, what do we say? What should we say? I did a bit of a poll at work, and it seems speciality was what we use here, but you know, when it turns into a bit of a weird word. But anyway, yeah, so I have absolutely loved working on this. I did a lot of this stitching on a retreat I went to as part of the Mad Cross Stitchers group. It was in Milton Keynes, but yeah, I did manage to crack on quite a lot with this, and the way it is finished is on the lid of a shaker box. I think it's by Lone Elm Lane, and it's something like $150, $140, which it's just no. What I have got is a $4.99 paper mache box from Hobbycraft, which I'm sure you'll agree is the budget end of the shaker box. But yeah, this should fit on the top. I've never finished anything circular before, so I will give it a go, and hopefully it will look just like the picture. I doubt it very much. Can anyone tell me what fabric Shepherd's Bush use for their kits? Because I absolutely love it. It's lovely and thick. I don't think it's Zweigart because it hasn't got the red or the orange stripe through the fabric, but if anybody could tell me, I would be immensely grateful, because I would love to get some of that. The very lovely Linda Jo, or Jo, from Pretty Southern sent me this. This is Santa by the Pink Needle. I had seen her doing this on Instagram and on her Flosstube channel, and I just loved it because there's a Shepherd's Bush conversion and much more muted colours, which I loved, and I just posted a comment to say how much I liked it, and she said she would send it to me. I didn't expect her to, because postage from the US I know is very expensive to the UK, and she said no, she would send it to me. I gave her my address and everything, and then you know, I wasn't expecting it, you know, soon, but I just forgot about it. And then the other day, well, last month when I came home from work, there was this parcel sitting there for me from Joe, and she'd addressed it to Canada to start with, so it had been gone for a little trip, so then she had to send it again, so it costed double the postage, I think, just to send me this. But I was so grateful because I absolutely love this design, and I started it immediately. I ordered the threads that night and they came, I think, a day later, and she even included the shepherd's bush conversion for me, because she bought the kit from shepherd's bush to get the conversion. And this is where I am, and this is where I am now. I've really enjoyed stitching on this. This is done on 32 count parchment even weave by Sparklies, which is a green, has got a green cast to it. This is one of my most favourite fabric colours that that I can get, and I just love it, and I love it for this design. So thank you, Joe, for the pattern again. I'm so grateful, and I just love it. Then I have worked on my Spring Patches pillow by Homespun Elegance. This is where I am. Oh, this is where I am. So I've completed this block. I've got some brass buttons to sew on that, but I will do everything at the end. And I also stitched in, did I finish the beehive? I think I finished the beehive and I stitched in the bees. So I love the way this one has turned out. I had already stitched in this grass, but I absolutely hated the way it looked. It was done with 4 strands over one, but I just didn't like it. It was really thick, and I think the way I just used too many strands, but I got too far. But anyway, I've ended up ripping the whole lot out, and I am actually doing this over 2, and I think I'm using, yeah, I'm using 4 strands, but I've done it over 2. It looks a bit blocky and square at the moment, because I need to go in with a bunch of half stitches or partial stitches to get the more of a curve. But yeah, it'll be fine. This the bees have got French knots, and I'm quite impressed with my French knots, or they're colonial knots, I can't remember, they're one or the other. But I followed a tutorial by Sarah Humphrey, and she is from the Royal School of Needlework, but she does lots of tutorial videos for stitches, for embroidery and things like that. But she gives a very clear instructions of how to do it, and a video, and runs through it a few times. But I was okay with those, so yeah, I'm pleased with how they turned out. And then finally, I purchased this in September, I think, from my local L&S, and this is Spooky Row by Bent Creek. Now, this isn't really normally my thing, but in my L&S Betty Stitch Kit, this is actually framed up, and there's just something about it that I absolutely love. But they've got buttons on it. I took a picture, so I'll insert what theirs looks like here, and just why I wanted to get it done. And this is where I am now. So I just need to fill in the cauldron there, and there's some eyes above the C, just some eyes there, and then the rest is done with the buttons. So there's the spider right there, and then there's and then I have actually stitched in the eyes, but there are buttons for the eyes. But yeah, I've ordered them, and they're going to cost me about £40, but it's fine because I just love it. I love the way it looks in the shop. So I started this at the Milton Keynes retreat. I was on a table and everybody was stitching heids, and there's me stitching this fiddly little farty thing, about 2 inches it's high, and they're all doing these gigantic heids. And it also took me, I just could not see it. This I didn't realise was a vulture. I just could not see, and I thought it was a bird, and this was the beak. I knew it was a bird, but I thought this was the beak, and then, well, whatever, it's really obvious what it is now, but I just couldn't see it. I don't know why. So, but yeah, I love how this is turned out. This is done on 32 count, just natural, by Zweigart. So could it be Zweigart then for Shepherd's Bush, because this has ended the same, and I know this is Zweigart. Is this Zweigart? Yeah, it is. So I just could be chatting absolute crap, but it just feels a lot thicker, that a full heart fabric. Anyway, I think you know me by now that I just waffle on. So yeah, really pleased with that. And then finally, I am taking part in the Dixie Sampler exchange for Christmas, and I am doing a design from the Christmas ornaments from 2003, and I am doing this Shepherd's Bush stocking called Candy Cane Stocking, I think. And I've got to get mine sent out by the end of the month. So I need to get a wiggle on, and this is my start, but can you see what I have done? And if you look at the picture, I've not left room to actually make the stocking. So yeah, I really don't think I'll have enough room here to get what I want, so I think I need to restart it, or I could just make it into a straight up and down pillow. I'm not quite sure. It would just, yeah, I'm not sure what to do yet, but yeah, this is done on 32 count ink by Sparklies. This is an even weave. I love this fabric as well. This, well, I suppose it is quite true to colour, but it's more blue. It's not as, it's more blended than what it shows up on here. It looks quite blocky and harsh, but it's not. It's more subtle than that. So as I said earlier, I took part in the Midwest Cross Stitchers exchange, and I was part of the Christmas group, and Marlene stitched for me, and this is what she stitched. She's shown this in one of her previous videos, and I think this is from the Primitive Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine, one of the Christmas ones. I love this, and it's got some really lovely fabric for the back, and it's like hard, but it's perfectly done. I just love it. But she also sent me some other stuff as well, and I'd actually made a note on my email to Michelle giving my details that I was just happy to have an exchange gift, because I knew how much the postage was, and coming from the US, so I would have just been happy with my stitched item. But I got a Marlene bag with this really great lining, and it is so cute. I haven't used it yet. With all Santas on, I love him. And she's added Merry Christmas ribbon. And then not only the bag, but she also sent me this. Is this called a housewife, or I'm not sure what else I'd call it. And it's got this is the inside, and it's got some scissors and a pocket for the scissors, and she included a needle and this up here for threads and the ring. I just love it, and I love the fabric. I can actually start to use this now, which I'm really pleased about. She also sent me some buttons, just a bag full of, you know, frippery buttons that everybody can always use, and some just tags. Look at my finger, I've been biting it. Yeah, I always think little things like this are really helpful to have in your stash. With the exchange, it's supposed to be a stitched item, and then up to 25, I think £25 minimum amount spent on the gift. But as I said, I wouldn't have cared if I didn't get anything else, because I just wanted to take part in the exchange. But you were supposed to give your stitchy wish list, and you know, maybe something would be bought off there. And Marlene picked Mice in the Sewing Room for me, which was on my 1, 2, 3 stitch list, which I love. This is only small, so it's 73 by 74 by With Thy Needle and Thread. I just think these are really sweet, and now that I have learnt to use my sewing machine, I feel like this applies to me now. But along with that, she also included the Plum Street Samplers Goat Load and Snort Stack, which I love these too. And there's what are the other ones? Is it Cow Pile? And then there's another one, I think, and I love these. And Michelle Farm Girl stitched these up, which makes me want to do them even more. I've got the Call for fabric for these, and this is 36 count Oaken by Picture This Plus. These are done on 36 count, yes, so that's, I think Michelle did hers on 40 count. They're like diddy little things, they're so sweet. But yeah. So, and she'd also sent some sweets, which went in about 5 seconds. So thank you very much, Marlene. I love absolutely everything that you sent me. Oh, I forgot to mention one of my whips. Now, I made the sweeping statement that I would like to get this done before the end of today. So today is the 11th of November. So it's the anniversary of 100 years since the end of the First World War, and I wanted to get this done by then, but obviously I haven't. And this is my take on Patriotic Poppies by With Thy Needle and Thread. Now, last time I showed you I'd done the this, and then I wanted to add in the poem Flanders Fields. And I started this, and this is all done in backstitch, and I don't think I've got enough room, or yeah, I do want to put the whole thing in, but I don't know if I've got enough room to do absolutely everything, unless I start to bring it down and round, but we'll see. I love the font that I've chosen for this, but it is bigger than what maybe it should be to fit in, but I do really like how it looks, so I'm just going to carry on. I am literally making this up as I go along, but I have got some pins I would like to include on it. So this is for the end. But then I've just found I didn't realise I'd kept it. This is for to mark the 100 years since the beginning of the First World War. I've also got this other one which is for the centenary, so but I just quite liked. This was the one I was after and I couldn't get it for ages, and I managed to find it at the NEC when I went to the Creative Craft Show, which I'll show you stuff that I bought from there. And then I've also got my great granddad's one of his medals from the First World War. This isn't the right ribbon for this particular medal, but it was on there, but I knew it wasn't the right one. But I would quite like to order the correct ribbon for this particular medal, and then I might also look at, because this is the only one I've got, I might also look at ordering the other medals that he would have been given at the time. I mean, it's engraved, it's really dirty. I mean, it was black when I found it, but I cleaned it up, but it is going a little bit manky now. But it's got his name engraved around the edge, and his number, his name was Reginald Charles. They all had really posh names back then. But yeah, I'd like to incorporate, I don't know, in my head I don't know, but as I mentioned earlier, I went to the Milton Keynes cross stitch retreat, which was run by the Mad Cross Stitchers group on Facebook. I've never been to one before, and I had such a good time. I was supposed to go on the Thursday night, but things went a bit awry, so I didn't arrive until the Friday morning. I'd posted a picture on Instagram of the hotel asking if anybody else was going to this, and a few people had replied, and so at least I knew, not that I knew them, but I knew some people who maybe were on Flosstube or whatever were going, so at least I could, you know, you can put a face to a name, or well, that sounds a bit silly because they do Flosstube, but you know what I mean, you see them in real life and you would at least know what they look like. But Stitch M commented on my post to say she was going, and she messaged me then asking if I was still going on the Thursday and did I want to meet up, but I said I wasn't getting there till Friday, so we arranged, I don't know why I tell you such a long-winded story, but we arranged to meet at the hotel in the morning, and it's really odd to see people who you don't know but you do know in a stitching capacity, if you like. But anyway, me and Emma sat on the same table. We had quite a quiet table on the Friday, and we were all quite studiously stitching. Emma had to go first thing on Saturday morning, so I was left, so I was there, just me. But I had made, I'd seen Adele, which is Smurfette Stitches, but she looked really different in real life, because I think her hair had been pushed back, and I was like, oh, and I said, oh, are you Adele Smurfette Stitches or something like that? And she said, oh, I'm April. She said, oh, I thought I could hear you. And then a lot of the people were saying, yeah, I could hear you, which just, well, because of my beautiful dulcet Birmingham tones, but yeah, I really hit it off with, it was the table sitting behind me actually, so there was, I've had to write everyone's name down just so I could picture it in my head, but there was Gem Stitch, Adele, then there was Kaylee, then there was Claire, and I don't know what, these people's names you may or may not know, but it was, oh god, is it Crafty Creative Claire or Creatively Crafty Claire? Anyway, Claire, then there was Sarah, then there was Isla, which is Buckle Stitch, then there was Bow Ribbon, and then Gem from Gem Stitch. So they were sitting on the table before me, and they have got a really good group together. I think they've all met before and gone to different retreats, and they're just such a funny group because I could just hear them behind me. They're just really fun girls. And then on my table I was sitting here, there was Laura, who is the organiser for the crew retreat in February next year, and she just completely my cup of tea. She's very funny, and I thought we got on very well, but she might disagree. She wouldn't let me have her orc container. She liked to share it, but she didn't want me to take it. I can't think why. And then there was Becca, who is Floss Candy on Etsy. Then there was Vicky, and then there was Mags, then there was Jennifer, and then Emma, but she'd gone at this point. So we were quite a studious table to begin with, but then when we all sort of warmed up, other people knew each other. When we sort of warmed up, we just had such a laugh, and it was great. I was so nervous of going, not knowing anybody and thinking it might be quite cliquey, or you know, but I was accepted with open arms. You know, and it was just really nice. And I am now going. There was a wait list for the crew retreat, but I am now officially, well, I've paid, so I'm now officially going, and I'll try and steal Laura's orc container there. I was very good with purchases from the retreat because there was Chromatic Alchemy and Sparkly's Fabric were there. There was Marnie's Mixed Bag, or she actually organises the retreat, but she bought her shop. There was, I can't remember the name, but there was a lady selling project bags. She was taking orders. There was Denkai Designs there, because I was very late to the party. I'd only seen the retreat like a month before, so you could order this, that and the other for things, but anyway. And there was another lady selling needle minders, somebody selling beads. There was just little bits to buy, but I was very good, and I only bought some fabric. I'll show you what I bought, and a needle minder. I'm trying to get this done with the sun is coming round. That's it. Oh, God blimey. So this is the needle minder I bought. Just a candy cane. I bought some fabric. This is from Sparkly's. Now this was in the seconds bin, and I don't know why, because to me it looks absolutely perfect. It hasn't got a name, so I don't know what colour it would have been, or if it was a test piece or what, I don't know. And it's just 32 count. It's 18 by 27. But I absolutely love that colour. Then I also bought this fabric. This was from Chromatic Alchemy. This is in the seconds bin as well, like a bargain. And this is only a 9 by 13 piece. I think it's 32 count, but I just really like this as well. I've not really shown you my fabric stash before, but I like to take everything out of the bags and label them up with the size and the colour and the count, if I know the colour. Then the other piece of fabric I bought, this isn't very me, but I thought it would be nice, and I spoke to Adele about this. So last video I had bought Shepherd's Bush Toy Gatherer. I wanted to do this on a darker fabric because of the moon. I just thought it would stand out a bit more. And I put some darker fabric in with the bag of stuff when I was kitting this up, but it was just too dark. So then I saw this, and this is Lazurite by Chromatic Alchemy. this 32 count, but it's actually the opal, so I don't know whether you can see this. And I saw it and I thought, would that work? I'm not really sparkly with my fabric when I for the designs I choose, and then I just thought, I think it might work. And I took Adele with me to show her, and she was like, oh yeah, it might work. She didn't think it sounded great when I was trying to explain it to her, but then when she saw it, she thought, yeah. So I'm not classing this as a whip or a new start. I was just test stitching, but I just stitched a little bit of the moon on to see if, can you see, to see if the fabric would work, and I think it does. Oh God, you can't. I'm going to be doing this. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with this. It's much lighter than the original one, and I don't think I'll need to change any of the colours now using this fabric. So yeah, it's a lovely, it is a lovely piece, and yeah, I think it'll work quite well. And that's everything I bought from the Milton Keynes Cross Stitchers retreat, and I haven't even got onto my own purchases yet. Last weekend I went to the Creative Crafts show at the NEC, I think it's called that, where they do create something to do with Christmas, where people are just selling stuff basically, and then there's the crafty bit where you can buy all your bits and bobs for the new hobby that you don't need, but you know you're going to go away with, and that's what happened to me. So anyway, there was a few bits of cross stitch stuff there, but nothing really that enticed me to buy it. I could have bought something, but I just thought, no, calm down. But anyway, we went past a store, and I think it was this one, and it's Quilters Trading Post. I think it's this one, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Anyway, but she had a picture of this quilt, and this is Winter Playground by Lynette Anderson, and it's a plique, and I literally gasped because I loved it. It's just, I thought it was so pretty. So I bought the pattern, and she is going to send me one pattern. I think it's 8 parts, or is it 6 parts? I can't remember. But she's just going to send me one a month. She's got my bank details, so it will just be sent to me at the beginning of every month. But I just thought it was so sweet. And then she had the fabric pack for this, but there's also a background fabric kit that I need, or not kit, but bundle that I need to buy for the fabric that this is on. There's like the neutral fabric, but apparently all of this will do. I'll insert a picture of the whole thing so you know what I'm waffling on about, but apparently this whole pack will do all of that. But it's not, this piece is for this piece is for that. You just do it as you like, I think, just using whatever fabric you want to, that you just like the look of for that particular part. But I just, yeah, I adored that. I don't know when I'm going to start it, but you know, be fine. Now on to everything that I've bought. Now I have been gone for 2 and a bit months, so yeah. Oh, before I get on to patterns that I've bought, I bought this basket from a shop in Shrewsbury when I went there for the day with my friend Charlotte. And she just upcycles baskets. She's painted it, and I just really like the look of it for my my little pillows the only thing that I can make. Yeah, I just loved the way it looks. I haven't got enough of one particular thing like Halloween or Christmas or whatever, so it's all just chucked in there for now, but it's quite big. Oh, but I do like, I've got something to display my finishes in, so when I have got enough of one particular thing, I might look at changing out to be for this, you know, holiday or that holiday or whatnot, but for now everything's just in there and I really like it. I forgot to mention this last video as well, and the lovely Rebecca from Hedgerow Stitching messaged me to ask if I would like this this chart that she'd had a duplicate of, and it's the spot motif embroidery, just with all these animals, and it's by the Scarlet Letter, and I said yes immediately because I think it's absolutely beautiful, just with all the different animals and things. It's really big. It's 430 by 305, and it's supposed to be done over one, and that whole background is stitched. It's all done in half stitch, so it wouldn't take as long. Yeah, that's the whole idea. But yeah, I don't know whether I would want to stitch it on over one. I think that they've done theirs on 35 count. I can't remember where I read it. 35 count linen. Yeah, over one, which I just don't think I could. But I just think it's beautiful. And she also sent me some silks from the Silk Mill. I've never tried these before and I've wanted to, and I was considering using some of these, ordering Silk Mill silks for MH1656, that sampler that from Hands Across the Sea. They're so beautiful and shiny and sumptuous. I think they're just beautiful. And she sent me some little buttons, and also this massive piece of fabric that she dyed herself. It's tea and coffee. I've called it a Hedgerow original. I love it. It's all grungy and fabulous. I think it's tea and coffee dyed, or it's dyed using her when she was doing her dyeing phase with her Appleton dyes, I think it was. But whatever, I absolutely love it. So thank you very much, Rebecca, and I'm sorry I didn't mention it in my last video. On to purchases. I went back to the Nimble Thimble, the Nimble Thimble in Oswestry about a month after I went the first time with my friend, and I just went on my own, and I bought some stuff. This is Button Jewel by Shepherd's Bush. This is actually a model stitched in the shop, and it's just behind the till, and I saw it and loved it. And it's done on 18 count linen, and I think you're supposed to use pearl cottons, I think. Comes with all the buttons. I just love this colour fabric. But yeah, I really liked that. God, I bought quite a lot. I also bought, this is October Comes. These are all a little bit late now, given that Halloween's over, but I did actually buy them in September. Yeah, this is October Comes, and it comes with all the little, yeah, it comes with all the little buttons, which I just think are really sweet. There's a tombstone in there, and an owl and all the rest of it. But I, rather than do these as 3 separate things, I would like to do these on one piece of fabric and put them all properly together without leaving a gap. And along the same vein, I bought Christmas candy. Love these. This is stitched up as a model in the shop as well. And these actually, this was quite expensive because this came with the sterling silver charms. That's just my fabric. And again, I think I would like to do these on one piece of fabric. Yeah, but yeah, I love that. Thought it was really sweet. And then I also bought this. This is Garden Spells. Love this, and this is actually a kit. So it came with all the silk and the fabrics. And also, actually that might be better if I show you. It came with that picture. And then it's got some buttons. Would help if you could see them. Some little buttons. Yeah, I thought that was really sweet. I love shepherd's bush, and I think I'm always going to have a shepherd's bush whip on the go. I've got 2 on at the moment. I've got my a full heart and angel song, which once I get one of those done, I'll start another one. I'm not counting that the toy gatherer as a whip, but I just could add that in, or any of these. Yeah, I really like how shepherd's bush stitches up, and the whimsy of them. Yeah, I just love them. Finishing off my shepherd's bush thing, I won this on eBay, and it's Apple Autumn Kiss, and it's got the silk and the fabric for it. Not particularly. I just bought it because it had the silk and the fabric. It was, I think I got it for like £5. But yeah, there's a little scarecrow on there. It is quite sweet, but you know, why not? If you've got the opportunity to buy silks really cheap, then you should. At the Nimble Thimble, I also bought this, which is by the Drawn Threads, and it's Apple Blossom Sampler. I've seen this on Peakside Needleworks, I think, and because at the Nimble Thimble, she actually kits it up for you. So, and because it's silks, it was cheaper for me to buy it this way, because she only cuts the amount of the right amount of thread that you need. So, and I love the colour of that fabric. Yeah, so that was one. I'm really glad I bought that, because I had been eyeing that up for quite some time. Then this is something else I bought on eBay. This is Stitching Witches, and it's got all the silks. This is fabric from Chromatic Alchemy. This was a fabric of the month. I was only in the club for about 3 months before I left, but I quite like this fabric for it, so maybe I'll use that. Yeah, again, I think I paid £18 for it. You'd pay that just for the chart, I think. I'm not sure, I can't remember, but with it coming with all the silks, and there are a lot, why not? I ordered this after seeing, who was it on? I'd seen it, somebody stitched it up on Instagram, and it's Foxwood Crossing, it's Halloween, and I just loved it. And it's stitched on it's Cyprian by Picture This Plus, and I actually had a piece of this. So so I thought I'm going to use that. I ordered that from the Patchwork Rabbit. She actually ordered it me in. I think it's a fab colour. It's looking a bit washed out in some parts, but this is 36 count. The pattern asks for 32 or 28, which would make it quite big. And it also calls for Onyx by Weeks Dye Works. Now I have had a go at dyeing my own threads, and this is what I've managed to do. They're definitely more blue. Oh god, don't they look a mess? Bluey grey. They're fine. These were Jodery design threads. When I first got back into cross stitching, literally I ordered everything, but I had about 4 months worth of Jodery threads, and I'd ordered the 10, I think it was either 10 or 12 skeins a month, so I quite quickly accumulated quite a lot of threads. But in reality, the colours, the way they work, they're extreme. Like you go orange, pink, cream, or grey, orange, cream, and blue, green, orange. You know, they're all really extreme colours, and in reality they're not colours that I would realistically use. So I just had to go dyeing them with some black. I think I used Dylon dye, and I don't think they've turned out too badly. I will use these for this, so at least I am using some threads, you know, that I've bought, albeit I've just dyed them black, but whatever. Yes, but I just loved this. I can't remember who it was on Instagram that I saw. Anyway, you generally get most of your inspiration, don't you, from somewhere. I bought this Winter Friends by Chess and Me. This was on the UK version of Stash and Load. It doesn't seem to have the things that the US one has. So when there is something on there that I really like, I jump at the chance of buying it. So I thought this one was really sweet. And I've got some fabric that I'm going to use. That's Frosty Aqua by Jude Designs. So yeah, I thought that would look quite sweet on that. And then another Chessie and Me. I bought this from Fobles along with some jelly rolls that I bought, which is something else I'll show you later. And this is Buzzing Around You, and I have adored this design since Hedgerow Stitching. Rebecca had done it, and I've just wanted to get it for absolutely ages. So yeah, I'm really pleased that I've got that, and it's another little a sheep one to do. And I've got some fabric. With this, I'm just going to use some Victoria Motto sampler threads to get them used. We've actually finished our subscription with them now. Yeah, we've just got such a lot. There's so much yardage that we've just decided to stop. And because I'd also ordered that box of 50 as well, I've got bloody stacks of the things. So yeah, love that. I bought this from Hands On Designs. It's winter time, and it's got some little jingle bells and some Lady Dot Creates. I think it's Lady Dot Creates Rick Rack. And I bought this because it was going cheap for about £5, I think. But I think I might change the colours up ever so slightly just to be a bit more festive rather than brown. And my trim doesn't look, that looks really green on there, but it's more beige brown green than green. It looks like it on the camera, but whatever. What else have I bought? Winter time. I went to, God, this was only yesterday. Yeah. I went to my L&S yesterday to pick up this that I'd ordered, which is We Santa for 2018 by Hands On Designs. Love him. Loved him when he first came out. I just love his jacket. But whilst I was there, I also picked up Search the Sky by Waxing Moon Designs, and I've bought some fabric for it. She had this colour fabric and I loved it, so I thought that'll work for that. And also, along with all the threads, I bought what's it called? Hear the Crickets Sing, and this is part of the Loose Feathers for the Birds. I've loved him since it came out. I think it was only earlier this year. Yeah, 2018, but I loved him, and everywhere was sold out. So when I saw it yesterday, I thought I've got to get it. And I've got all of the threads. Ooh. All of the threads except for two. But yeah, love those. And then this one's actually done on, I'm not sure if all the others are done on this fabric, but this is 36 count ale by Picture This Plus, and I've actually got some of that in my stash, or stock as I like to call it. So I think I'll do that. Is it quite unusual for Blackbird Designs to go on 36 count, because everything has always been 30 or 32 that I know of, but not that even matters. But yeah, I just love him. So I think we can add birds in to my fascination of, you know, this sheep, bees, and now birds. On another visit to my L&S, I bought, what is this called? Bluebird of Happiness, and I thought this was very sweet. This is the Abecedarian series, Abecedarian, and I bought all the threads as well. Love these. And I am just doing this on some 28 count, I think it's some DMC fabric, but the colour went quite well with the picture. So yeah, and the fabrics all, the threads all look nice on the fabric. And then I also bought this one, which is Memory Will Never Forget, a little sampler by UI and Friends, sorry. This is from my L&S's again. I love this. The pictures don't do these justice. I think she's had these for quite some time and nobody's really bought them because the pictures, they're just a bit disappointing, but you know, I know what it'll look like stitched up, and I just loved it, so I thought I'd have it. I signed up for Glitter Village by Country Cottage Needleworks. Got all my threads and my fabric. I've selected the option to do this all on one big piece. I may or may not have started it ever so slightly with the white, but I'm sure everyone has seen this. Again, love it. I ordered a chatelaine. This is only a mini. This was I'll insert a picture here of the one that I saw stitched up. This was a freebie once, way back when. I don't know when. Does it say? No. This is a tiny rose mandala garden, but I saw it on Instagram and it was done on some blue fabric, and I just thought it looked beautiful, so I don't know why I'm holding that up when there's no picture. I really wanted it. And Adele was also stitching. I'd bought this before I saw Adele's little mini one that she's doing, and it just looks so beautiful, so I couldn't help myself. I had to order it, and it was really nice to see another mini mandala that was being stitched. I've wanted this for ages, since it came out of market. It's Deck the Halls by Blackbird Designs, and this is all the little mini the mini strawberries, which I've never made one, but I would really like to. Love this, and I love the designs in there. There's only 6, but I think that one's my favourite, with the little house. Yeah, so I got this from Arts and Designs, and then I picked these 2 up from eBay the other day, and this is Sunflower House by Blackbird Designs. Love that. And Beneath the Sunlit Sky, and I've wanted this one for ages. Well, not for ages, you know, for a while, but out of print, so really pleased when I saw it come up on eBay. Yeah, but they're in amazing condition, so really pleased I got those. And finally, you'll be pleased to know, I bought this from Amazon through the used books bit, and this is a cross stitch Christmas by Better Homes and Garden, and this is 2004, is it? 2001. 2001 Better Homes and Gardens, a cross stitch Christmas, and this cost me about £4 or £6 on Amazon Marketplace thing, you know, the used books. It came from the US, and I only got this for 1 pattern in there, and it's Lo How a Rose by Bright Needle, yeah, and this is, and I love this. Michelle from the Striped Rose has stitched this, and I've admired it ever since, and I couldn't believe it when I was actually able to find the book. So yeah, and this, I think this is really the only design in there that I would stitch, and I think that's it. Yeah. Oh no, when I was off in September from work, I had to go at some quilting. Made a quilt top, the top a bit, and I ordered some fabric from Fobles. It was in the sale, and it was Country Orchard by Blackbird Designs, and I ordered 2 jelly rolls because I wanted to make, you know, because of all this quilting experience I've got, I wanted to make a king size quilt topper rather than just the size of a jelly roll one. So I ordered 2 to maybe have the centre as the jelly roll race quilt, and then use another one to do maybe smaller blocks down the side. In my head, yeah. But anyway, I've got this far. I've made my, sorry, this is massive. So I've made my quilt topper. Oh, should I just do this and then pretend that you can, you know, and then there's the other side. I love how it's gone together. And for my first go, I don't think it's too bad. I mean, it was only sewing strips together, but you know, ever so slightly wonky as it is everything I do. But yeah, I'm actually going to take it to a shop to be able to match up for some contrasting fabric for the reverse and for the sides, because I think I'll have this bit in the middle and then I'll have some plain fabric and then some more of this from this jelly roll at the sides. Or do I just have this and then have bigger borders? I don't know, because I really haven't got a clue what I'm doing, but yeah, I was really pleased with myself, and I love this fabric, and it was in the sale. So another thing was my giveaway. I'm so sorry that it's taken me this long to get this sorted, because I also need to do another giveaway for my 1 year anniversary. So this is for 1,000 subscribers, and I did automatic comment selector. I took a picture of who won, so I'll insert that here. It was Kerry Schultz that won. Congratulations, Kerry. I will reply to your comment, and hopefully you will be able to get in touch. I should put an email address really in my details, so I'll do that if you want to email me your address and whatnot, but I will reply to your comment just so you know that you've won. So congratulations. So for my 1 year Flosstube anniversary, which was 2 months ago, I think I will make somebody a drunk project bag, which, you know, I call them my drunk project bags. I've made a few more since my last video, so yeah, and then I'll put some little bits in there as well. So if you would like to enter my giveaway, please be a subscriber. Don't mention giveaway in the comments. Be over 18, or get your parents' permission, and anything else that I've missed. So but I'll ask you what sort of things you like, just so I can find some sort of fabric that will be relevant to you. So it'll be one like this with a working zip, and you know, this made one for my friend Christina whilst Iris naps. The witch's one. Shall I show you? The one that needs an iron. We've got matching project bags, except for hers has got an orange ribbon just there, and I've got a separate different coloured lining, and I forgot to sew up the inside, but I told her she didn't mind. Yeah, so it'll be something like this. So if you could just, you know, cock your head when you look at it, and it'll hold all your stuff. Nothing falls out the bottom, or, you know, nothing, all the sides. It'll contain everything. It will just be ever so slightly wonky, but hopefully the stuff inside will make up for it. Anyway, I hope everybody has a lovely stitching month, 2 months, 3 months, depends on when I'm back, and I will see you all soon. Bye.